Welcome, dear beautiful beings, to this video on channeling, mediumship, being an intermediary, and also the risks. Yes, you heard that right. The risks of channeling and how to protect yourself. This and more in this video. Welcome, and my name is Fina. I always introduce myself as an intermediary and a channeler. Channeling is most known for people, but what I actually am is an intermediary. That is why I put out both. Being an intermediary or a channeler, there's a difference between that. Maybe you have seen well known channelers like Bashar, Lee Harris, who channels disease, Kelly Kolodny, who channels Archangel Raphael, and then we have, for example, Vivian Chauvet, who channels the Arcturians. In this channeling, there is a difference. A channel means that you are stepping fully aside and that you're not conscious in what has been said, so that you never know, you cannot backtrack what has been said just now. The other is, or the intermediary is, someone who stays present, who stays conscious of the entire conversation. I was laughing a little bit because the challenge in that is learning how to let go of your ego aspects when it comes to interpreting that. It is a training to it is a training to be really pure in what you're channeling. Yes. So there are a lot of people out there who call themselves mediums or channelers. People like Lee Harris, Kelly Kolodny, and also Vivian Chauvet. You can feel something in them. Am I right? You can feel their frequency. You can. There's something, some part that truly resonates. In the case of Vivian Chauvet, I've noticed that the first time I saw her in an interview with Pam Gregory, I was like, this woman, she is Arcturian. And I was just opening up to the fact that, a year before that, I learned that it is the real deal dealing with extraterrestrials. She is Arcturian. Yeah. And that is how it works for a lot of the true channels, the true mediums, that they connect to what they truly are. So in that, I got the words holographic aspect. And so I commented, like, Vivienne, I hear holographic aspect. Can you tell us what that means? And then later on, I saw an interview with another woman who I also felt like, okay, she's legit. And she was expressing herself. And then I was like, okay, my guides are giving me it is her higher self that has lived also an Arcturian embodiment. And that higher self is also connected to the vessel she is in now. So all the knowledge from that life is also making her capable to channel this fully through her. So there's a very big chance, when we feel that someone is authentic, like Lee Harris and like Kelly Kolodny. For me personally, Bashar doesn't resonate, but that's me. Kelly Kolodny, yes. Vivian Chauvet, yes. Lee Harris, beautiful messages. It's very possible that Lee Harris is part of disease. A lot of us, we have our higher self, but we also have a collective. We have a group collective all the way up until source. So with this group collective, we communicate also throughout our lives, which is beautiful. When we get here, we forget this, forget this, and then this opens up again, and especially in this time. So that is already a little bit of discernment that we can make. Then there's a lot of channelers and mediums out there that are not bringing what they think they are bringing. So who am I to decide? I'm not here to decide this for anyone else. What is very important that we learn to feel it out. So when someone fully resonates for us in their message, in what they say they are bringing, then we can feel it. Sometimes there's a little bit of fear in front of that, so it makes it harder to really touch on that. But those who can really feel, really see, they know. Learning discernment is very important. Also with energy or frequency transmissions that are being put out there. Because, like I said, there are the ones that are really truly aligned with masters, with angels, with Arcturians, blind people, etc. and there are those who are not. Also, within your own opening up, if you feel like, hey, I'm being called, I'm being asked to do this, make sure that you know how to protect yourself. Like I said, there are risks to channeling. Why are there risks? In channeling, for example, the ethereal, so the angelic realm, there is no risk. In channeling higher consciousness beings, there is no risk. Still, though, when we just open up, we have to learn about the difference between the astral layer and the ethereal layer. The beings that reside in that are very, very different. So, do you know how to make the discernment between higher frequency beings and astral beings like archons, who can pretend that they are a higher frequency being? They are very, very skilled at that. Because, like ethereal beings, they are energy and they can shape themselves in any way, shape, and form that they would like. Tricky now, ain't that? So they can even surround themselves with a lot of light and with a presence that is. So it takes a lot of time to really attune to the frequency and to learn how to discern which frequency is truly that being. Which frequency is truly that being? This takes time. This takes discernment. It is not a party trick. Oh, I'm a channel. Let's have everything come through. You have to be able to set a full-on protection. Full-on protection. Know how to protect yourself. Know what to do when another being than a higher frequency being connects to you. Those beings have an intention to take energy from you and to gain your trust. Ethereal beings have the intention to work with you, to guide you, to uplevel you, to help you transmute whatever you're holding on to, which most of us are, right? I'm always including myself in this. I also have stuff to work through. And I learned also the discernment between these layers in this life 10 years, and from what I've learned, many, many lifetimes. So I really feel drawn to help people protect themselves energetically. For me, that is ever so important because there is a risk in channeling. The moment that you open up your vessel, there is an opportunity for another being to insert within your vessel. When the intentions are not good, it can distort the connection with your higher self. So the connection between your vessel and your higher self is not as strong, which can lead to physical problems, energetic problems, emotional problems. Be aware of that. Make sure that you have someone proper to guide you if you feel that you are opening up to this. Also, that you are grounded enough to do this. Some people are really open, really easy accessible for all sorts of images to come through, for all sorts of energy to come through. And that doesn't have to be a bad thing. But the moment when you are not grounded in yourself, then it's a risk. It's a risk to open up your vessel to downloads of images, other energies, channelings. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to help you connect to your higher self and to, if you're asked to, connect to other beings. It could be that it's not happening in this lifetime. It could be that you are being asked to. Wait until you're being asked to. It's the same as with power spots. Oh, I got a lot to say about that. People who just go to power spots to have some sort of revelation. Go there. Go into channeling when you're being asked to. If it is truly, truly meant to be that you are channeling energy in this lifetime, you will be asked to, and your vessel will be prepared because your vessel, this physical vessel, is matter. Very slow moving particles. The moment you are channeling higher frequencies, those particles change. The speed of those particles change. You have to be equal on the frequency that you are channeling. Your higher self aspect has to be equal, and your bodily vessel needs to adapt to that, which also means processes of transmutation, letting go of ego aspects. Higher frequencies doesn't always mean a very easy process. Be discerning, be gentle. Also, be discerning in who you connect to. The ones who really bring what they say they are bringing, they will show you in what they are saying. You will find not vague recognition, no, you will find clear recognition in what they are saying. That is very important. I've been connecting to mediums throughout the years that had no clue what they were doing, and I had very beautiful sessions with those who were really, really spot on in what they said and what they brought. Learning discernment. That is it. That is the most beautiful outcome. That in case that you are really truly meant to open up, that you do so in a very, very safe, in a very, very practiced manner. And I'm feeling a lot of joy in saying that. A lot of people are awakening to their gifts, and a lot of people also do not know how to protect themselves. So let yourself be guided, and you can always state, I will only connect to that which is for my highest purpose, for my highest good. Okay? It could very well be that you are an embodiment of a higher frequency. If that is so, you will find out. You will find out. And don't make it a competition. No one is better than another. It has to do with living other lifetimes. Beautiful. So, the quality of life is full of prospects and, well, connecting to the full reality of who we are. We're going to do a lot of that in the upcoming years. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Much love, much appreciation for your time, for you being here. It means a lot to me. Send you a big hug. Ciao, ciao.